Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat. Chit chat with QT.
Hey, cuties. Hello, hello, hello. Let me take this down for 1 second. Thank you guys for joining me for this power hour. I appreciate you guys. If you can, please make sure to hit the like button on your way in. Shout out to the cutie crew. Baby, we had a ball last night. It was so good. After damn near 3.5 hours, I didn't want it to end, but your girl was tagged and had to go to work. But we had a heated discussion when it comes to Portia and Simon. Is Square Biz in here this morning, child? Heated discussion, but it was great. Shout out to Minky Finky, joined us last minute. And as I mentioned, it was just a great members only live. And we are going to try to run that thing back Friday evening. Hopefully we can come back for a quick members only. That's if your girl don't get a date. Well, not get a date. Have a date. I don't know if I'm gonna go or not. But excellent live. Thank you again. Oh my God, Austin. Look at her. There she go. She right up under you, Austin. Austin says Square Biz wanted blood last night. And she said, I am here, you all against me. We are not against you, Square Biz. You of all people should know how much I love a good debate. And yeah, most times I'm throwing stuff right back at you just so we can have that. But it was fun, and we respect everybody's opinions. Hey, Chef Don Don. Look, child, he a little worrisome. You know, they start off worrisome, child. But I may. Thank you, bro. I may. We shall see. I will decide for sure today, which is what I told him. But it's like, I don't head on somewhere, you know. I don't want to make it too common. But Chef Don Don said, you better go on that date. We shall see. But again, thank you. And thank you, Chef Don. Chef Don Don. If you guys are not subscribed to Chef Don Don, make sure to do so. Congratulations, Chef Don Don, on your 12K. Keep doing your thing. Shout out to Aunt Debbie. Aunt Debbie, I think I need your little meeting today. I'll be there. But any other content creators in the building, thank you guys so much for joining me. 229 of you that are currently watching. And let me say this to Square Biz. Now, Square Biz, you was trying to act like old Simon's heart was broke and all of that. Simon made a post on Instagram showing somebody's thigh and out partying. That's him in this picture. Simon ain't thinking about them kids, that house, or nothing else. Well, he thinking about the house. That's all he thinking about. He just want Portia up out of there. But ain't nothing wrong with that man. We'll continue that discussion, and we're going to touch on what I said we will come live for on Friday, which was Nell Fletcher, baby. Nell Fletcher. I'm gonna touch on that in this members only live. See, that's how you was rocking last night, Square Biz. Talking about she gonna be Simon's wife number 6. Uh-huh. That's why you was fighting. That's why you was fighting so hard for him. Child, Portia better stay in that house. You see, Square Biz in this picture. You see the bedroom. I made sure to leave the background just for you. Portia is in that house, baby. But it was fun. Shout out again to the cutie crew. Guys, let's get into some quick hot topics. I don't have too many, but I did want to say that Cassie did come out. We all have been witnessing the downfall of Diddy, and I, for one, feels like he's getting exactly what he deserves. I do, my personal opinion, feel like jail is in his future. He deserves it. I'm sorry. Because if we were able to witness what we witnessed in that hotel hallway, just imagine closed doors. But Cassie came out with a statement today. And look, I'm just proud of her. I am. And anybody else that has experienced DV under Diddy's hand. Misa, we'll talk about that later, the first baby mama, allegedly Diddy beat her and she had to hide up under a car, but she's all for Diddy now. I think the check cleared because a month or two ago she was pissed at him. But anyway, let me read Cassie's statement to you guys real quickly. She said, let me get Chef Don Don's comment off this screen talking about go on that date. We'll see. We'll see. But Cassie said, thank you all. Thank you for all of the love and support from my family, friends, strangers, and those I have yet to meet. The outpouring of love has created a place for my younger self to settle and feel safe now. That little part of that sentence right there is deep. Her younger self, she started their relationship with Diddy. Well, Diddy snatched her from her man at the time. She was 19 years old. So she says that her younger self now feels safe to settle. And but she said this is the child. But this is only the beginning. Domestic V is the issue. It broke me down to someone I never thought I would become. With a lot of hard work, I am better today, but I will always be recovering from my past. Thank you to everyone that has taken the time to take this matter seriously. My only ask is that everyone open your heart to believing victims the first time. Heavy statement, and it's true. A lot of people got to see the proof, Sometimes the proof is too late, if you know what I mean. But she said it takes a lot of heart to tell the truth out of a situation that you were powerless in. I offer my hand to those that are still living in fear. Reach out to your people. Don't cut them off. No one should carry this weight alone. This healing journey is never ending, but this support means everything to me. Thank you. Love, Cassie. And I'm just glad that she's feeling better, but she's right. It's like never ending. How could you forget? You won't what you went through. Shout out again to Cassie's husband. I do believe that he saved her. Diddy hired this man to be her trainer and his trainer. And I don't know. I think he saw those bruises and asked her what was going on. And I think he probably helped her plan her escape. I really, really do. But shout out to Cassie. What's next? I think I'm going to go ahead and get into some Huntsville happenings. Child. Mr. Martel Holt was called out, blasted, and I love it. Shout out to, I'm on this phone. It broke on YouTube yesterday, but someone sent me, and I'm sorry I don't know your name offhand. It's in my head. I can see your avatar on Instagram, but I can't think of it. But she sent me the clip. I also went to Corey Holcomb's YouTube page, and I just screen recorded a little bit from there. But he called Mr. Martel Holt out. Now, I will say, I hate how Corey kept saying the B word, but it is what it is. I'm just happy that a man spoke out against Martel Holt, and someone who has a pretty large platform. You know, before this season started, it was folks with larger platforms thinking things were going to go in Martel's favor, and the law said no with that conviction, and a lot of people are speaking out about it. But the other guy in the video, his name was Craig. He said Martel was slow. He didn't say slow. He said another word, but I'm not going to repeat that word. But he was spot on. He said he was slow to do that to his ex-wife. They also brought up the picture of Nell and Martel, and I'm going to play the audio for you. But Corey Holcomb said Martel's look suspect. Look sucks. He said he got to listen and see how Martel sounds. But I just always trip out when a lot of people say Martel, you know, may swing for the other time, you know? And then I have to think about it. Well, his paramour, she said the same thing before when she was running her mouth. She said that Martel get down with the get down. But anyway, he said Martel is a rotten MFer. Rotten MFer. And he deserves everything that happens to him. And I couldn't agree more. Called the man broke and everything. So I'm going to share the audio with you guys. Let me get this picture of Nell and Martel off the screen. You guys take a look. Let's react to it. For those of you that did not hear it, what, April, is Coleslaw's favorite word? Let me know. He's slow? Oh, yeah. She had, girl, child. She called everybody slow but her damn self, child. We just trying to figure it out because her actions don't line up. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a listen. I'm going to go ahead and start it, and you guys should be able to listen. Volume and everything is good. Hold on. What's up with the volume? It's up on this. Child, I tell you, every time you go live, something just happens. Hold on. Is it muted on here? Is it muted on here? Let me try. Technical difficulties. Here we go. Here we go. It's back on StreamYard screen, so let me click play.
Be careful what you text people, especially an ex or people when you're mad. They can, of course, use things against you. And although this guy, he when he was on TV, I don't know if he's coming back or not, but he's a reality personality. His name's Martel Holt. He was on there with his wife on the Love and Marriage Huntsville reality show, and he was just convicted of domestic violence / harassing communications against his ex-wife. So when you leave a trail of your texts.
What do you mean?
That's what they use. So one of her friends.
They took him to jail for texting the bitch?
Well, they arrested him back. What was it?
Oh, I hate when he kept saying the B. They took him to jail for texting the B. But let's continue.
Last year, and then I think in January they arrested him for that because he
kept texting the bitch.
Well, and threatening, saying that he was going to put out a sex video of them that he had of his wife, and they have kids, they have children.
Oh, that nigga retarded. He's a pastor?
No, he's a reality TV personality.
That's him?
Yeah, he was married to her, and they got a divorce. And
hold on, that smile is suspect.
Look
like a professional.
I gotta see him fucking shit.
Look like a Nation of Islam hotline.
Well, anyway, he was just
Nation of Islam salsa dance.
Lord have mercy, said a nation of Islam sausage bandit. They think Martel swang for the other time. Let's continue, guys.
So just
My brother's gonna be mad at me for that one. Hey, that was a joke, guys.
Yeah, this is a
yeah,
joke,
so just
man.
be careful because they
Brother Hotline.
you know, like that's what happened.
I gotta see him talk. If he got a list.
She kept
Oh, for
those
sure.
threats on that text, and that's
It's time too long for
Hey
it.
man, if you're married to somebody and you put out a sex tape on them behind their back, man, you a rotten motherfucker. You deserve everything that happened to you.
yep.
Facts.
Everything that happened to you.
Yep.
I mean, like marriage, it's like, okay, when the marriage is over, okay, it's over. You don't have to do that to nobody.
Right.
Yeah, that nigga wild.
That's not no. Yeah, that's not no place.
Look at him. He worked out. He think he's special and shit.
All his stuff is way too tight. I don't understand it. Like it's just yeah.
She said all Martel clothes are way too tight. The female, I believe her name is D. It looks like to me she is a Love and Marriage Huntsville watcher. But we got about 20 more seconds. Let's go.
Hey man, look, this is how you get back at motherfuckers like that. You gotta walk up on them, about 5, 6 of y'all. Don't tell them why. After y'all through, be like, you know what, nigga? You know what you did? That nigga gonna know. He gonna call her. Why you send them niggas after me?
And then he moved on to mess with homegirl Sheree from the other housewives party. He's something else. Ugh.
I'm telling you, man, all you pay for it.
Mm-mm. He said you pay for messing with them swole broke MFers. Again, for me and Square Biz, I see your comment. You said that when narrating the Revenge P, make sure to put P next time for me, Square Biz, saga to others, people forget to mention the part where he wanted Coleslaw to post the video as another man. That is the damaging part. It's all damaging. And look, we all are consumed with the story. And we all know the details and all of that. I agree with you, but the message is still valid and the point was made. You know what I mean? On the platform, Corey's YouTube channel, he has, I believe, close to 400,000 subscribers, which means they could be new people that just learned of this information. And it's not going to stop. It is not going to stop. So, although he did use choice of words, it is what it is. The message was out there. Let me see. What's next? Do you guys, before I move on, do you think Martel will respond? Put it in the chat for me. While we wait to get these likes up, 221 likes, 509 in the chat. Please hit the like, even if you are in the bushes. I appreciate you guys, and make sure you're subscribed. Okay, Square Biz, you said if she would have, then he probably would have really gone off. Yeah. Okay, I see you guys agree with me. No, Martel's not going to respond. You want to know why I think he won't? Because he would have to respond to a man. You know, we've seen Martel. He got all the smoke for women, especially male. But I doubt if he say anything. And, you know, he got himself in this predicament. I do agree with Corey when he said he's a rotten MFer. Rotten MFer. Exactly, Mama Bees. He's not going to respond to real men. Period. So I'm just glad that it's out there, even outside of this sector of YouTube. I really, really am. And, you know, it is what it is. So shout out again to Corey, Craig, and D for highlighting what Martel did. For highlighting. We appreciate that. But baby, this is where we ended our members only live last night. I had watched Nell and Chris Fletcher's interview with Crystal XO before our members only. I was going to make a video, but I said I'll come live because, you know, we need to talk about it. Yes, DG, he's not my cup of tea at all. So, you know, I'm just appreciating what he had to say in this moment. But yeah, I've seen some of his skits, comedy skits here and there. And I was never subscribed to his channel. You said you had to unsubscribe. Yeah, I was never subscribed to his channel, but I've seen him, in the comedy circuit. If I'm not mistaken, he may be from Chicago. I have to research that. But anyway, good point though. Good point. Let's go ahead though and get into Nell Fletcher. As I mentioned, I watched this interview before we went live, and we have hot topics in our members only. We spent 2 hours on Portia and Simon and something else. I forgot. Okay, Barstar, MZE Barstar. I thought he was from the Shine. And I'm shocked, because even the B word, a lot of men that I know in Chicago, they don't talk like that. New York, maybe other places, or at least the men that, I know. But anyway, Aunt Debbie say Nell the groomer. Well, let's go and get into it, Aunt Debbie. As I mentioned, they sat down with Crystal XO, and I just got to ask Nell Fletcher, girl, what is you doing? And what are you saying? I just don't get it. About your friend / sister, Melody Cherie. Let me give you guys some interview highlights. Chris and Nell said in this interview that they are big bro and big sis to Mel and Martel. Chris said, it's been hard trying to penetrate Martel's mind. Nell said that the drama with Mel and Martel, she said that is draining. And I'm sure that it is, but I got a but after that. But anyway, this is where I gave it a first side eye. She said that she gets mad at the both of them, and she gets so mad sometimes she won't even talk to them. So I'm wondering if that's the case, as far as why she did not reach out to Mel when the arrest happened. She didn't reach out. Was she mad that Mel had Martel arrested? A lot of us feel like that was the case. She don't believe in black men being in jail, all that other stuff. But anyway, she said Mel is hard-headed and stubborn. Hard-headed and stubborn about what? For not, in Aunt Debbie's words, allowing you to groom her because she may not have moved the way that you moved and decided to stay. I would have loved for her to go into why she feels that way. She didn't. But she said, yeah, Mel is hard-headed and stubborn. She did say that she didn't know the extreme of what Martel had done at first. She only knew that he was arrested and his kids were with him. And she didn't like that. And then she said that was before she learned of the details. For me, I've been saying this from jump. You can learn of the details by picking up the phone and calling your little sis. That's why I'm so confused with Nell Fletcher. It's not making sense to me. You didn't pick up the phone initially. You wouldn't have had to be confused or not knowing all of the details. But she said that what Martel did, he can't come back from that. And he can't. I appreciate her saying that. But anyway, Chris was asked what he thought about what Martel did. And his answer was, it wasn't good enough for me. He said that Martel is the type to react and not think first. And he said that he hopes that this was just a reaction and not planned out. What? Now, if they knew about Lex's interview on YouTube, for me, they know about everything else that's talked about on YouTube. Martel absolutely planned this out. I don't understand why Chris had to question that. He hopes that was just a reaction. How? When the whole bird coleslaw came out here, and I'm just not going to let them play with me. They know what coleslaw did. I'm not going to let them play with me and act like they don't know. That is not a reaction. That girl said, this is his family, according to Destiny, that he wanted her to create that fake page and act like it was another man. That's planned, Chris. But Chris also said that he didn't like Martel being arrested. So he said he really don't have an opinion of what Nell did. I don't like that. They straddling the fence for me, and they don't want to, in my opinion, they scared of Martel. They don't want to show their support to Nell completely because they're worried about what Martel is going to say and how Martel is going to feel. How can you not have an opinion on that, Chris Fletcher? They have daughters, and I just always say, how would people feel if that was their daughter? That was their sister. That was their mother. There is no question. Yes, you should have an opinion. And that opinion, Chris, should have been the same opinion, in my opinion, that Corey just had. He's a rotten MFer. That's the opinion. Yeah, he was wrong. No, he shouldn't have done that. Mel did the right thing, because if not, he wouldn't have stopped. That's what should have been said to me. Definitely, April, Team Martell. Their actions show to me that they are Team Martell. Omisha, you said I would love to know what Martell has on all of them, because most of them move like they're terrified of Martell and always take his side no matter what. I agree. But Chris goes on to say he don't know when Martell's brain will click and say enough is enough. Look, if it didn't click when he was married to Nell, if his brain didn't click and say, I need to stop this. My wife then already moved out temporarily. I got her back. I done promised her that I'm going to stop. We done had another baby. She's pregnant with another child. If his brain didn't click then, I'm not holding my breath for it to click, and neither should you, Chris. It seems like that's what they're doing. Wishing on a star. That's what they're doing. Wishing and hoping that Martell is going to change. But this is what tripped me out with Nell. She spoke on, I told Mel I was trying to talk to her about compromising. Compromise for what? Compromise your body? Compromise your self-worth? Compromise your mental health? Compromise what? For her to even say that in this moment, after everything has transpired, it's crazy to me. And I think that, in my opinion, we talked about this last night, I think that there is some envy there, in my opinion, that Mel was strong enough to leave and Nell wasn't. Compromise for what? What did Mel have to compromise for, period? Martell wasn't saying that Mel was cheating back then. None of that. All of that came after Mel decided to leave him. She compromised, and shout out to Crystal, because she said, look, she tried, and she gave Martell ample opportunity, but Martell was stuck on stupid, and he was. But damn, Nell Fletcher, was 5 years enough compromising? That's how long she compromised. And you sitting here saying like she didn't. I tried to tell her, I spoke with Mel about compromising. That is crazy to me. Yes, Trisha. Trisha said Nell has an old antiquated way of thought. We spoke about that last night as well. And I believe it was Minky Finky that said that she's stuck in those old school standards. So what? He cheated. He came back home to me. So what? He cheated. I'm his wife. So what? He cheated. I'm going to put up with it. No. So yeah, I just don't understand why she wanted Mel to compromise and stay in that hellhole. Did not make sense at all to me. Yeah, that's weird. And I have no idea about Mel's friendship. Somebody pointed out last night that Mel still say that Nell Fletcher is her friend. And I've been giving Nell the benefit of the doubt when it comes to some of the things that are questionable on the show, because some of those scenes could be produced scenes. She could be saying things that the producers wanted her to say, or she could not. But we spoke about the first time for me where I gave Nell Fletcher the side eye is when she took the time at Mel's name changing ceremony to bring up Martel. What an awful time to bring him up. I'm here celebrating, going back to my maiden name and all that, and you here talking about this Negro. So the side eye was there. A lot of people feel like they gave her the side eye as well when Mel made sure to point out when we get to Houston, keep that man away from me. And then Nell Fletcher paired them up in that exercise. That for me could have been a produced, scene. I don't know. So, I didn't rattle too much about that because I think the producers is who put that together. But yeah, I don't know about you, Nell Fletcher. I don't know. And if I were Mel, I would be giving her the side eye. She's not moving like a big sister to me. And yeah, that fence riding has to stop when the law is broken. You can't be a good friend if you really not going to tell this man the truth and stop sugarcoating it. And even if you tell him the truth, you can still remain in his life. So we saw on the preview that she is going to, Nell Fletcher, sit down with Martel on this coming Saturday's episode. And she said, you can't do that. I hope it's more. Everybody gives this guy a pat on the hand. And we spoke about this last night. That pat on the hand is out of fear. That pat on the hand for me is none of them feel protected when it comes to Martel Holt. Reason why? Because Martel has not been held accountable for any of his actions. Kimmy said that, what was the choice of words that Kimmy used? Dogging, and I got notes somewhere about that interview with Dustin. I think she said Martel has been awful to them. If you're in the chat, let me know. Awful. Thank you, Trisha. That's what I thought. Martel has been awful to them. We know he's been awful to Mel. We know that he's been disrespectful to Miss Van, yelling at her, yelling at Nell Fletcher. And he's gotten a pat on the hand from the big wigs, Carlos King, the network, and everybody else. So that's why I think a lot of them operate out of fear. Because look, if you haven't held this man accountable for what he's done to his ex-wife, what makes us think that we're going to be protected in any way? But, it's enough of them where they should have been stood up when it comes to Martel. And look, there will be no show as long as this man is on the show. That's what every cast member should have done. And then Carlos couldn't either have a Love and Marriage Huntsville starring Martel Holt only or the rest of the cast. He is unhinged, Overcomer. He's not acting unhinged. He is. Without a shadow of a doubt. He is. We spoke last night about what he, and I'm going to say alleged for this video, what he allegedly did on the set of Behind Every Man. Blew up at the kid's birthday party. Blew up because he wasn't invited. Backstage at the reunion. Blew up. How many times Are they going to allow this man? And that's just 3. We've seen this from Martell. But hey, if you can show up to work and if you can still sign new contracts and get paid, he'll never change. Even when it comes to this conviction, that should have been an immediate all cameras cease when it comes to Martel Holt. I get the innocent until proven. He's been proven guilty. And I'm wondering if they're still taping him. Time shall tell. Time shall tell. So I don't get how, I just don't get the dynamic when it comes to Chris and Nell Fletcher being proud to call themselves big sister and big brother and mentors and everything else, and they're not doing him any good. And when it comes to Nell Fletcher, I don't know if she wants to solidify her position on the show, and in doing that she has to pull back from Nell, but it seems like this has been a trend. This has been a trend. It seems like we've seen that from several other cast members. Start stuff with her. I can go down the line, really. And that's why I just took a pause, because we can start with Tisha and Marcel. We can start with Wanda. We can start with Kiki. Now I'm throwing Nell Fletcher in there. We Destiny. We know that's Stormy. It's crazy to me. It is so crazy how everybody are on one accord. That don't make sense to me. Because somebody would say, you know what? I would think to myself, what has she really done to me? We're not talking about her fans and millimeters and everything else. What has she done to me? Nothing. Absolutely, Pat B, the whole cast. But Nell Fletcher is a shocker for me, because they were in Mel and Martell's lives before Love and Marriage Huntsville. Probably when the cheating first started. And if Mel said she gave him 5 years, they were in their lives for, and I'm just disappointed. I am. For them to be, they kept talking about the Fletcher's experience, and they've been married 30 years and blah, blah, blah. For them to have that experience, just don't match up to me. Gone are the old days. The old days of women saying, well, and Wanda, you need to hear this if you're listening. Women don't have to stay with men just to say they married. And if they choose self-respect, dignity, and everything else, there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to stay in that and be disrespected, especially to the level that Martell disrespected Mel. You ain't got to stay in that. And then, people like Wanda want to shame her. People like Southwest want to shame her and act like she not married just because of her. No, she's not married because she chose to get a divorce. And he chose to not stop cheating. That's why she's no longer married. But do I think that Mel will have a problem getting remarried? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I just don't like people that put the value on the marriage and ignore everything else that was going on in the marriage. Compromise. That's what Nell Fletcher say. Compromise. So what? That chick was out here running her mouth for years. Absolutely disgusting. And she's quieted, I'm talking about Ariane Curry, herself down now. But yeah, we're not going to forget the past. Compromise, Mel. Not only is he disrespecting you, but yeah, go ahead and let the side chick disrespect you as well. Go ahead and just wait at home and see if he's going to bring you a disease. Go ahead and wait and see if that crazy chick really snapped. There are shows out here called Snapped for a reason. Lot of people snap. So yeah, compromise and stay in that. Are you crazy now, Fletcher? Seriously. I just don't see the support as a woman as far as what she's giving on the show, and just the carefulness that they are taking when it comes to Martel Holt. Does he have something on everybody? Because I do think, just my opinion, I think he got something on Chris. I think he got something on Carlos. I think Martel, and I think that's why he keep getting funded, as Mel said, funded. Renewing a contract is funding abuse. Nobody is making this up. None of us have ever met Martel where we would just hate him for no reason. But if people have stood with Mel as far as what she's gone through and he keeps getting rewarded, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. But I'll let me finish this couple more quick little things and then I'll read some of you guys' comments. Shout out to 854 of you that's watching. Please hit the like button for me. Nell Fletcher also said that she does feel like girl code was broken when it comes to Sonny. She said that Destiny was violated by Sonny when she chose to date and then marry Moses. And see, girl code for me is like, a wide range of things, but I'm going to give her that. But girl code would be standing by your girl as well, in my opinion. Now, it is what it is. She says she's coming out with a new clothing line, all that good stuff. And I'm assuming that we will continue to hear about the Fletcher experience. They kept speaking about that. I don't know if I'm sure we will see that, those of us that are watching on the show. But yeah, their family dynamic and all of that. I'm curious to see if they're going to bring up what Lexi's mother had to say. I doubt it. I really think that that's going to be the last of that conversation when Nell and Mel spoke about if she was a side chick or not, if she knew Chris was married and all of that. I think that's going to be it. We'll see if anybody else bring it up, but I think they would rather keep it quiet. We'll see. Let's get into this real quick. No, I did not watch Wanda's live at all. I didn't. Oh, you guys drop down in the comments. Word on the curb is Martell was granted an appeal. And that appeal, I wrote it down somewhere, child. Ooh, y'all should see my notes. It's sometime in September. If you guys heard that, let me know. They say, that he's appealed his conviction, and they said that it was granted. And I'm glad if that's the case, because if it's been granted, baby, bring it. Melody, Cherie, and your lawyers, bring it. I know they will. Whole lot more stuff can be introduced. Purple Queen, are you saying yes, you heard that? Sparkle, yes, you heard it? Yes, okay. Cricket said yes, appeal granted, September the 9th, baby. Let me put that on another sticky because I can't find where I put the other one. But I'm going to put that as a reminder in my doggone phone. You hear me? How dumb. Appeals take 30 days or more, according to Miss J. So, Miss J, you're saying that that's impossible because he was just convicted earlier this month and it will take 30 days for them to decide on an appeal? Let me know. A lot of folks are saying September the 9th, Virgo season. 21 Tay, no, she's out. She's out now. She was last week. She asked, was Dusty in jail? You guys trip me out with these nicknames. But anyway, let me go to Wanda. I got about 15 more minutes. I did not, absolutely not, watch Wanda's live. But allegedly, Wanda has confirmed that Kiki was fired. Wanda say she out of here. There will be no more Kiki on Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I was like, damn, like you was, Wanda, allegedly, child. That family, something else. But that's alleged. That's according to Wanda. I don't know. I do know that Kiki said otherwise. Kiki said that she stepped down. And, I don't believe that, Kiki. Those are not her exact words. But Kiki was saying that, basically it was her decision, and I'm not buying that. So I don't know if that was the last scene of that we will see Kiki as far as her meeting up with Mel and driving away in that car, child. Because the way that looked, like she was driving off into the sunset. And that looked to me like it was over. But what do you guys think? Austin said Kiki lies like a rug. No, that's one thing I can believe. Okay, April, so you believe it. All right, let me go ahead and get to some of these comments. Shout out to you guys again. 900 watching. I appreciate you guys. I hope now all of the Melometers who have been actively supporting the Fletchers see they are not Melody's friend, but fully Team Martell. No gray areas. They need to subpoena the whole cast for this dumb appeal. Darling Nikki, they absolutely can. That's the thing about opening yourself back up. Cassie, bad built body. No, you didn't say that about Wanda. Cassie. Shout out to Jasmine Chow. I meant to discuss that in members only last night. What did she say? Shoot. Bad built body. The bees, child. Dog, and my phone is off. I was going to go into my screenshots. That's hilarious. But let me read a couple more. If you did not hit the like button, hit it for me. What are you confused about? Is it Venus? Bleach blonde, bad built body, biatch. Was that it, Trisha? B6 child. Y'all put it in the chat. But if it's, if you need to change some words for me. But yes, darling, they can subpoena everybody. That, the lawyers may have some questions. Bleach blonde, bad, child, that's a tongue twister. Bleach blonde, bad built, butch body. That's what it was. Ooh, that was hilarious. And it was just hilarious. I can't talk about that because I'll be here 30 more minutes. She talks too much. She should not be informing the public of Kiki's firing. They're so unprofessional on the show. It ain't funny. Yeah, that would be telling the show, right? That was a big discussion last night as well. A lot of you guys said that Mel wanted Martel fired for telling storylines. And I was trying to think of when he told storylines, but a couple people came to the conclusion that he was telling Coleslaw, and Coleslaw was running her mouth. Let's see. I wonder if Carlos is in the cast ear, just like we suspect he is with those other content creators and making them be pro Marty. I don't know. I said last night, Cassie, that I feel like Carlos is trying to take baby steps away from Martell. We shall see. Have you heard that Carlos King got a new show, and this sounds so much like what Melody had canned to him at the beginning before we got this hot mess here? I have not heard that, SC. Put it in the chat and let me know. That is one ignorant lady. Wanda having meetings with Carlos allegedly. Where y'all getting all this information from? Yeah, like Wanda, child, that is true. I think the 9th. Okay, she was not saying a dang thing as usual. I can't do it, Mama Dama. I can't watch. I cannot. I feel like yes, we have said this so many times, Mary Brown. Mary Brown says she feels like the Alabama courts have failed Melody and her children. It's sad. We even spoke about the judge assigned to the case. We have some local folks that are from Huntsville, and a lot of them said that judge not only hears family cases but criminal as well. And I just hope that would be a conflict. So, but I was saying I would hope that she will not be over this. But we have to have faith, guys. Don't even put defeat in the atmosphere. They are currently still in front of the judge when it comes to the custody and all of that. So positive vibes. Hey, Relly. Hello, hello, hello. Positive vibes, guys. Let's just think positivity, put it in the atmosphere. And, I think they go back to court next month. He's going to accuse Coleslaw. Yep, it's all her fault, he will say. Well, we've been saying that. He already did, though, Square Biz. In his Tasha K interview, he said that Coleslaw went into his phone. So for me, especially with him speaking publicly on an interview, his lawyers can use that and say, well, he denied that. And he said she did that on her own. So, a lot of us called that from the beginning, that, he will most definitely throw her up under the bus. Also, in Members Only last night, people were saying, well, he could marry her and then she won't be able to testify. That is incorrect. And also shout out to Simply Beautiful. Simply Beautiful says she looked that up, and anything and he ain't gonna marry the chick anyway, okay? But Simply Beautiful said anything that happens before anybody get married, according to the law in Alabama, that will stand. So even that won't work. Couple more. Nell protecting Martell, but he's spreading that she's a side chick. Yes, ma'am. All bets are off. Do you hear me? He is so happy. Let me get Wanda and Kiki off my screen. He is so happy that that word can be used for somebody else. And she still, got a little pity for Martell. I would have zero pity. It takes time for an appeal. Yeah, it seemed quick to me, but you guys see there are multiple people. Where is that comment? Multiple people in the comments said that they heard, and last night in Members Only, they said not only did they hear, but wherever they heard it from, they saw proof of documentation. Because that's what I was saying. I said that's a little quick for all of this to happen. The man was just convicted a couple weeks ago, but they said that this person, and they didn't tell any of us the person, shared proof, court documents that the appeal was granted. And I hope it was. Baby, all bets would be off. Do you hear me? Let's see. I hope they play the video. Yeah. And that's what I mean, Overcomer. A lot can be introduced. A lot could be introduced. So those of us in our right mind, we felt immediately that man was making a mistake by appealing it. But we are dealing with, in my opinion, a narc. Narcs hate to lose. Narcs think they smarter than everybody. And, that was a dumb move to me. Really, you said Martell wants that trial to get Martell wants that trial to get to sit in court and stare at Mel and get to communicate with her. It's driving him crazy that he's not able to talk to her. Yeah, girl, that could be it as well. He's a weirdo. Lizzie, I was looking for you last night in Members Only. At the end of the video, I did a tutorial on how you guys can access the Let Loose Lounge. So I know you and Regina said you guys couldn't access it Saturday, but I'll make sure to put some instructions in the post this coming Saturday. They definitely hate to lose. Yes, sis, you know that. And most of them end up ruining themselves because they hate to lose. And this has always been a contest for Martell, which is sad. That man has come out here and said, I won 4 times. She didn't. Man, you talking about your kids here, their lives, the mental state of their mother. This is not no damn pickup basketball game. It's not. So, Time shall tell. Time, yes, and our right man's child. People may have read the lawyer's briefs on why he should get an appeal, but the courts take 1 to 6 months to answer. Okay, we shall see. I haven't seen anything. This news was shared to me last night, and Miss J, I felt like that was too quick, in my opinion, as well. So what I will do is my due diligence, and I will research, not look up no cases, child. But I will research the appeal. I'm writing it down now. Process in Alabama, and then we'll be able to come back and discuss. That seemed mighty quick to me. We talking about 2 weeks. Queen G48 says you can hate Martell and never met him. Is that how you feel? You hate him? Thank you for joining, Omisha. Thank you for joining the Cutie crew. Let me know, Queen G48. Queen G48, y'all see it on the screen. You can hate Martell and never meet him. I'll just say this. I don't personally hate anybody. I have strong dislike of folks, but just based off of the way I was raised and all that. I don't hate. Do I hate all the shit that he's done? Absolutely. Do I hate that it seemed like the cast, damn near all of them, slowly but surely turned against Nell? Absolutely. Do I hate trolls in my chat? Absolutely. No. Strong dislike. I take that back. Everything I just said. I have a strong dislike as far as the actions. Strong dislike. Hate their action. Thank you, Teresa. But I don't hate anybody personally. I promise you I don't. Even people that's been in my lives, I don't hate them. So, that is what it is. Strong dislike, Gloria. Yes. And yeah, I hate the things that Martell has done as far as, and real quick, I got a minute left. Nell still extending the olive branch to him after they were divorced. And he took that and thought that, my opinion, she was going to get back with him, or that's an end for that. She shut that down, but she was just trying to co-parent. And I hate that that was a messed up decision of his, and everybody else has to pay for it. Nell is paying for it by paying for attorneys, child. They shouldn't be in court. But again, when he's on this quest to win, quest to be seen as the winner and ruining her, this is why we are here. But shout out to you guys. I'm disappointed. 538 likes, 951. If you guys did not hit the like button on your way in, please hit it on your way out. Shout out to the Cutie crew. It's Thursday. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I wanted to do it tomorrow evening because I know a lot of you guys work. But if I go on that date, child, it's going to have to be early tomorrow. Don't forget, Let Loose Lounge is Saturday. If you are a member of the Cutie crew, you have access to that. Or if you don't want to be a member on YouTube, join my Patreon. My name is Chit Chat with QT over there as well. Love you, Aunt Debbie. Shout out to the Cutie Ma. Shout out to the Cutie crew. And shout out to each and every one of you cuties that joined me for this live. All right. And shout out to the content creators that were in the building as well. Chat with you guys soon. Bye.
Chit Chat with QT.
Let me stop this for Relly. Relly, go ahead on somewhere, child. I ain't thinking about this man. Okay. But I may go, child. We shall see. Bye, Relly. Bye, chat.
Chit Chat with QT. Chit Chat with QT. Chit Chat with QT. Cutie. Chit chat with Cutie. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with Cutie.